All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless me here talking about real music and, real music news. Yeah, I'm like Kurt Loder in this video. Anyway, doing it in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. The guy who wrote the most iconic sporting event song. Seriously, most iconic song. He's in trouble again. He's been in trouble for a very long time, and I'll explain because that's what I do. Before I go there, I finally got the motion epic. Holy crap, Batman. You want to go back to 1980, whatever? Just look up the motion epic. This one is called Saturday Night Motel Music. Oh, very romantic, right? There's the key to the motel. This is actually if you have like a 1986 Camaro, like a Z28 with the T-tops, this is what you got to be listening to. All right, when you're driving around in that car. Because the all I could say is these guys somehow channel I would say the mid to late 80s, like 84 to about 87, maybe 88. They channel that like I've never heard before. And they've got a ton of music online you can go listen to. This is basically a prop, so I can showcase. Again, the Motion Epic is the name of this group. Here's what I think they look like, by the way. The Motion Epic looks like, again, what you would see on the back cover of some book in the 80s or something, just it's almost like a caricature or a cartoon. They've been cartooned. So very cool. The Motion Epic. All right. What's not cool is this guy, Gary Glitter, who's been ordered to pay I'll just say, because you can't use these words apparently on YouTube without getting censored, but he's ordered to pay a young victim of a certain thing. He's supposed to pay them over $600,000. So back in 2015, glam rocker Gary Glitter, da 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 da. Hey, all right. I'm telling you what, your team scores a goal and they play that and the place goes bananas, right? It just helps the entire thing. That's why this guy has a lot of money, because all around the world, they're playing this song. It's called Rock and Roll Part 2, in case you didn't know the name of the song. Every night, pretty much somewhere around the world, that song is getting multiple plays, and they still play it on classic rock stations. You know, I don't know if I would keep playing this. You hear like Pat Benatar won't play Hit Me With Your Best Shot because supposedly it contributes to gun violence. Just let that sink in for a second. Yeah. And again, like I did this video about Ted Nugent. Did anyone ever call Pat Benatar a liberal Pat Benatar? Because clearly she is a liberal. Anyway, that's the last video I did. But yeah, no, she's not going to perform that live anymore. And so Gary Glitter gets in trouble for doing things to young people. I'm just trying to stay away from the censorship here. Either they'll take the monetized little symbol away from this video, and no matter how long this is out there in YouTube land, it won't get any revenue. So I'm being careful. I'm trying to be careful. But he was actually convicted of doing these things between the years of 1975 and 1980, and now he's been ordered to compensate one of his victims. A judge in the UK has ordered Glitter to pay more than $600,000 to the anonymous victim, who was only 12 years old when the abuse took place backstage at one of Glitter's Birmingham concerts in 1997. Wow. By the way, Gary Glitter, his real name is Paul Gadd, was sentenced to 16 years in prison following his 2015 conviction on counts of attempted something, indecent something, and something with a girl under 13. After being released on probation in February of 2023, he was released on probation. Wow. He was sent back to jail 1 month later for violating his probation. So this guy hasn't apparently changed at all. He's back in jail. The compensation ordered by the judge covers general, aggravated, and special damages, as well as damages for loss of earnings and compensation for future therapy. Yeah, Gary Glitter. I don't know. This is a battle between a song that is so iconic and people have to keep playing it with the principle of what this guy is basically known for. And I've known this about Gary Glitter now for quite a long time because I remember reading this and going, really? Because I really like that song. But I don't like that song enough to keep hearing it because of what's behind it. So someday this guy will be gone and then maybe people will be able to listen to the song, but he'll always be known for messing around, doing things with young people that are unthinkable and mostly unforgivable because it just is. I'm sorry. I know we're supposed to forgive, right? In a perfect world, you forgive and you move on, but you never forget. You might forgive, but you never forget. And this guy has hurt a lot of people, and he needs to be just isolated, whether that's jail or whether that's some kind of holding facility. The rehab, if there was any rehab done, which who knows if there was, it likely didn't work. All right. So Gary Glitter, not a good dude. All right. This music is good. The Motion Epic Saturday Night Motel music. Just go Google anything by the Motion Epic and your mouth will drop open. You'll be like, what? There's music like this being made in the year 2024? Yes. In fact, these guys have been around for a while. So have fun with that. There's all kinds of new stuff that you've never heard before that you can discover. And please continue to support this channel. The algorithm isn't my friend. I have to be careful with the words I use or I get demonetized. And it's a sad thing, but it is a thing. So Patreon, YouTube memberships to support this channel. This is what I do every day, typically 1 to 2 videos every single day for the most part. Every now and then I take a day off, but very rarely I feel guilty if I don't put out content each day. So if some of this content isn't that great, it's because I have a guilt syndrome. You know, I'm like, oh man, I got to put out something today. So this isn't just something. This is about Gary Glitter, who really should be locked up and the key probably should be thrown away. Here in my state, I'm pretty sure they're thinking of doing a harsher penalty for people like this, which goes beyond just jail time. Yeah. So, I mean, if there's a crime out there that deserves maybe something a little more harsh, it might be the stuff that Gary Glitter has been found guilty of. So anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Pray for peace and pray for the peace in the souls of so many people because this world needs Jesus. This world needs to know that God loves them and that there's something, there's someone and there's something more important than themselves. So that's my video. I know, a little clunky, a little sloppy, low production value, but there you go.